And here we are for the next bout. Randy Campbell from Ohio is in the ring. I've seen Randy fight in Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Arena. And he's coming up against Rafal Jastrzebski from Poland, one of the Polish fighters. What can you tell us about this Polish fighter, Mo?
Well, Rafal Jastrzebski, he's, his record is deceiving. He's 3 wins and 6 losses. From what I understand, there were fights that he shouldn't have lost. I'm sure he's hungry. He wants to, he's got a little bit of a lopsided record here, but he's lost some split decisions. He lost a unanimous decision. I believe he's has a different team around him now. He's training at Atlantic City, and new management, new trainers in his corner, and I believe he trains with the strength and conditioning coach of Sean Sutton, who's known as strength and conditioning coach out in Atlantic City.
Okay.
That's going to make a big difference in this fight too. We were talking about that.
But I have to give Rafal the style points. He's coming out to House of Pain, jump around. I love that song. I think this one, let me get up. Mo, can you hold my jacket?
Oh.
I have to dance to this one.
You know what's funny? Rafal's coming to fight. He's practically running to the ring. He's being walked out by undefeated heavyweight Adam Kovnowski, and a pro debuter we were supposed to have on the card tonight, Campbell, who unfortunately, whose bout fell through. To Campbell's respect, he came in, his opponent didn't come in at weight. We couldn't let the fight go. I love Rafal coming in with the Global Boxing shirt on.
And I love the fact he came out to House of Pain, jump around. And as the song say, he came to get down. He came to get down, and I see the team is ready. So let's take it up to our ring announcer, Joe Antonacci.
All right, boxing fans, here we go. 4 rounds of action in the super middleweight division. Your judges, Pierre Bernois, Don Gibbons, Hilton Whitaker, and our referee is Benji Esteves. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes to us tonight from Bowerston, Ohio. He weighed in at 165 pounds, black trunks, gold trim. Professional record, 3 victories, 3 defeats. Please welcome Randy, the Rattlesnake Campbell. And his opponent, originally from Bydgoszcz, Poland, now fighting out of Atlantic City, New Jersey. He weighed in at 166 pounds, solid black trunks. Tonight, he is appearing in his 11th professional bout. Please welcome Rafal, the Hawk Jastrzebski. Benji Esteves has our fighters' final instructions.
Okay, Randy, Rafal, I already gave you pre-bout instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Give me a nice, clean match. Touch him up.
4 rounds, super middleweights.
I have to say, Rafal, chiseled physique, looks in great shape, but you can't judge a fighter by his physique.
And round 1 is off, and we're here, Fox Sports South, GoFightLive.tv, Mo, and I'm impressed by the fact that both fighters are wearing Fuel Fight Gear gloves, one of our sponsors, and Randy Campbell is a tough customer. He's coming out to fight. He's in the black trunks with the gold stripe and the high socks. I love those socks.
Yeah, he's definitely coming to fight. These guys look like toe-to-toe, similar styles. I don't see any movement going on here. This fight may be fought in a phone booth. Rafal connecting with some nice hooks. He's got the fans here tonight.
Oh, I see the Polish contingent back there with the flags. And you have to love Rafal's name, the Hawk. He's coming here to swoop down on Randy Campbell. And swooping down he is. He's not backing up.
Beautiful, sticking that jab on Randy Campbell. Randy's got to establish that jab, double it, go to the bottom. A nice right hand by Randy Campbell. You know, these two fighters didn't come out to feel each other out. They came out fighting.
Mo, you have to remember, Rafal came out to House of Pain, jump around, and as the song said, he came to get down. And getting down he is. He jumped out in the opening round, and they're going toe-to-toe. I don't know if this is going to go the distance because both men are powerful. You look at Rafal's body, like he said, he's chiseled.
He is, but with respect to Randy Campbell, as he backs away from that jab that Rafal's throwing, sometimes it doesn't make a difference. You know, when you get in there, it all depends on the styles, depends on the conditioning.
One thing I noticed about Rafal, he attempted the uppercut in that last combination, so he's doing the right thing when Campbell bends over.
Well, what Campbell's doing when he bends over is he's sitting and leaning forward, and he's really susceptible to those uppercuts, right uppercuts.
I can feel those thudding body shots landing to the kidney.
And again, he's protecting himself, but those punches are definitely landing. Stepping straight back, Randy Campbell stepping straight back isn't gonna help him here. He's got to step in with that jab, go with the punch, don't pull away from the punch. Step in with the jab, slip. Saw before, he slipped the left hook and threw a shot to the body. It's a nice combination. I'd like to see him throw again.
Campbell appears to be a very awkward fighter.
Oh, absolutely. They land that nice right hand.
And we're at the 10-second mark here, counting down. Towards the end of, and that's the end of round one. Rafal Jastrzebski, he came out, he attacked Randy Campbell. He has Randy Campbell backing up and he's bleeding from the nose. What would you tell Campbell this round, Mo?
I would tell him if he's going to come in, not to lean forward. He's using the movement, but when he's moving, he's very loose and he's dropping his hands a little bit. He's going to move around. If you're going to box and stick the jab. Keep the jab out there. Don't let Rafal Jastrzebski settle. Don't let him sit, because once he sets, he seems to be the bigger puncher.
So you say Rafal has to set in order to punch?
Absolutely, yeah. When Randy Campbell's moving around, he's got to throw the jab, but as soon as he sets, that's when Rafal comes in and lands the power shots.
So you're saying Campbell should punch while moving, a la
yes.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, what he does is...
And we're about to begin round two. And they're off.
See, I would flag the jab, set the timing. Rafal's doing the right thing, coming in with the double jab, but then he pulls back. Come in with the double jab and throw the right.
Would you stay on the outside if you were Campbell and box, or would you get closer?
I would box a little bit and try to take away the timing. See, what he's doing is he's moving and he's not throwing any punches. He doesn't want to stand. I wouldn't stay inside with somebody like Rafal. What I would do is I would back up, throw the jab, try to throw off Rafal's timing, and then double jab, come in, and then go to the body.
Double jab and go to the body. That's very good instructions. And I noticed Rafal has his hands down. He's not bringing his hands back up when he jabs.
But when he's downstairs, when he's inside, he's going to the body. He's throwing a little shoe shine to the body.
Good right hand by Rafal. Good right hand.
Again, those uppercuts are just landing flush on Randy Campbell, coming in, leaning forward. Very nice left hook by Rafal.
Well, I just have to comment on the footwork of the referee, Benji Esteves. A couple times they were in the way, and Esteves sidestepped. You can tell that referee boxed before.
I really would like to see Randy Campbell just throw the double jab a little bit, set off Rafal's rhythm.
Would you blind him with the double jab and try to sneak the right hand in?
You know what I like that Randy Campbell was doing in the beginning of the first round? He was throwing the jab to the body. I'd like to see him throw the jab to the body, throw the jab to the head, and then follow with the overhand right, being the shorter fighter. I don't know what kind of game plan that he had coming into this fight, But he's definitely coming in. He's throwing punches. How effective they are, I'm not too sure. But that leaning forward is really not. He's got his hands up, but he's leaning forward, getting caught with those uppercuts.
Mo, how does it feel? Tell the fan, how does it feel when you have a fighter that's constantly pressuring you, constantly touching you?
Pressure breaks pipes. And I'll tell you right now, that's the kind of style I fight, the pressure. And but Randy Campbell answers back. Somebody like Rafal Jastrzebski coming forward, throwing punches. Even though the punches aren't hard, he's constantly has punches throwing in Randy Campbell's face. Randy Campbell get frustrated. You can get annoyed. You can try to answer back and see what's effective.
And you're absolutely right. Rafal is constantly touching him to the body, to the head. It might not all be hard, but he's just constantly putting pressure, touching him top and bottom. He's constantly outworking Randy Campbell. And we come to the end of round 2.
He's got a little bruise on the right side of his, on the left side of his head. Right hands of Jastrzebski are doing a little damage. The jabs, even the pushing punches. Regardless, whatever it is Jastrzebski's throwing, he's throwing punches and he's scoring points.
And you're right. It's like a hawk attacking a mouse in a shoebox.
It seems to me Jastrzebski's tactic was to be very physical. Come forward, use his punches, use his body. And it looks to me that Jastrzebski is the bigger fighter. Randy Campbell's a smaller fighter. Jastrzebski's using his weight to tire out Campbell. It's again to stay still.
And round 3 has just started, and Campbell's coming out. He's moving his head. Maybe there's too much grease. He forgot his mouthpiece. I tell you, these things do happen.
Yeah, but that's a little bit, the corner got to get it together. You can't let a fighter go in there with no mouthpiece. He's not thinking about that. The corner needs to think about that.
It's good pickup by Benji Estevez. Good work by the referee noticing that the fighter didn't have the mouthpiece.
Let me tell you, Randy Campbell's coming out to pour it on in this round. I know what his corner told him. Son, you need to throw some punches. Answer him. He throws, you throw.
Try to keep up with his punch rate. It's somewhat pesky with Rafal. He's constantly throwing punches, top and bottom. He's outworking Randy Campbell, and when you think he's not going to throw a hard one.
Beautiful left hook by
good hook
by Randy Campbell, and Jastrzebski smiles. Smiles like, yeah, shook it off. That wasn't anything. What else do you have for me?
But it got his attention.
Absolutely. Again, that left hook. How effective and how it's really getting Rafal's attention. He seems to be pouring it on like it's like it didn't mean anything.
And you said earlier you believe Rafal's game plan was just to constantly throw punches and wear Randy Campbell down.
Rafal came into Global Boxing Gym and he was training there, working out with Patrick Majewski and Adam Kovnowski and Kamil Kalenovic, and Kamil Waszczyk, and their strength and conditioning training is serious. So I can tell you right now that Rafal Jastrzebski is in extreme physical condition. He could probably throw punches like that for 10 rounds if he wanted to.
And that's a testament to
Granted, this is only a 4-round fight.
You're right. If he can throw punches for 10 rounds, this is a walk through the park, constantly punching for 4 rounds.
I like the way that he throws that jab. He keeps that jab in Randy Campbell's face, constantly jabbing, using that jab. It's daunting. It's a little bit of a taunt. Just there it goes. Answers, comes forward. You know who does that? Manny Pacquiao. Constantly sticking the jab in the face, no matter what. He'll take some combinations, but he'll come back with that jab, no matter what. He's sticking the jab in his opponent's face.
It must be difficult fighting someone who's constantly throwing punches. He's touching you top and bottom. When you're trying to get a breather, he's there just constantly hitting you. And one thing I noticed about Rafal, he'll throw 5 soft punches, then he'll throw 1 hard shot to the body.
That's the rhythm.
There he goes again, that pesky jab.
And I question, Randy Campbell is a tough guy. He's here fighting, and he's trying to answer everything. Beautiful uppercut in that final seconds by Randy Campbell.
And the round comes to an end. We're Well, I have to tell you, Rafal looks fresh. I'm looking in his corner. He's not even breathing. Looking over there, Randy Campbell, and he's taking a deep breath, getting some water. Looks like he's getting the worst of it from Rafal, who's been touching him top and bottom to the head, jab, pesky body punches.
Here with the replay, answering, Randy Campbell answering, and then Rafal answering right back. Beautiful body shot right there, and then beautiful left hook by Randy Campbell. You know, he's tough. I give him a lot of credit. He's answering anything that Rafal Jastrzebski throws at him, Randy Campbell will answer back. But then dropping your hands and leaning forward really doesn't help too much. But he's tough. He's here to fight.
Right off the bat, right off the bat.
And we're ready, boxing fans, to this. And we have just started round 4. Referee Estevez had them to the center of the ring. And let's see what Rafal's going to do this round, and let's see what Randy Campbell has in store. This is the last round. He's behind on all scorecards. If I'm the judges, he's lost the first 3 rounds. He needs to go out there and gamble to get a win, Mo.
He does. I've got a little. It's close, but Rafal's pouring it on right now. We'll see whose conditioning is and how these punches of Rafal Jastrzebski are affecting Randy Campbell. Doing a little skip right there, coming in.
Is it safe to say that Campbell would need a knockout to win this fight?
Oh, absolutely. I would say so. He did answer a lot of those combinations. I mean, how clean the punches were and how effective they were on Rafal was a little questionable. But Rafal is definitely stalking him like a hawk.
You're right. The hawk is stalking. He's constantly throwing punches, and Randy Campbell is actually backing him up. Rafal answers back, hook, body, going downstairs, upstairs, back to the body. Around, did you see that kidney shot? Around the sides, he's constantly punching. I believe he got his attention with the body punching. More what they say, condition is 90% of your fight.
You know, I'm really look at Rafal Jastrzebski constantly throwing punches, constantly coming forward, no matter what. Randy Campbell will back him up. This is definitely a fight that the fans are enjoying.
It's an action-packed fight. You have one fighter throwing punches and the other on the retreat, but he's being forced to fight at a pace that he's not accustomed to. Notice Campbell just took a deep breath, and Rafal was there pecking away, top and bottom, uppercut, underneath, over, to the side, to the body.
Randy Campbell seems a look of frustration on his face by those daunting punches that Rafal keeps throwing, and the Polish fans go crazy. Reminds me a little bit of an Adamic fight.
It does. They're out here to see Rafal do his thing tonight, and he's definitely, beautiful uppercut. Oh. There's 29 seconds left in the final round, and Rafal looks fresh as a daisy. So it says something for his conditioning.
I see Randy Campbell trying to come back, trying to fire back, but
Ralph spins him around in 10 seconds.
And Rafal just pouring it on nonstop.
And that's the conclusion of the 4th and final round. Rafal Jastrzebski raises his hand in victory, and it's safe to say that he won this fight. Randy Campbell, he was a game fighter. He hung in there, but I think the volume of punches, as you mentioned earlier, with Rafal constantly touching him to the head of the body, the jab, I think that won him the fight.
And here's the onslaught of punches that Rafal just keeps throwing at Randy Campbell, and the look of frustration because he just keeps coming and coming. Always ending with the jab. He starts with the jab, it ends with the jab, and beautiful left hook by Rafal. Then the body shots. I love how he goes up and down, smothering Randy Campbell with the punches, not giving him a second to answer him back or breathe. That seemed to be the plan. for Rafal Jastrzebski coming into this fight against Randy Campbell?
I tell you, Rafal would make a great construction worker. He starts downstairs in the foundation and goes from downstairs to upstairs.
I mean, this Rafal Jastrzebski had to have thrown every punch in the book in this fight. I saw some beautiful uppercuts, body shots, jab, right hand, left hook. That's great. That's great to see. And, you know, I have to say his 3-6 record.
Somewhat deceiving.
Absolutely.
Somewhat deceiving. Great showing by Rafal. Let's take it up to our ring announcer, Joe Antonaji.
Boxing fans, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 of our judges, Hilton Whitaker, Don Givens, and Pierre Benoist, score the bout 40-36, all for your winner by unanimous decision. From Bydgoszcz, Poland, and Atlantic City, New Jersey, Rafal, the Hawk Jastrzebski.